Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you.
Oh, we gotta start using it now.
Where's he going? Boy, I love it.
Yeah, but you don't have it.
No.
Southern Railway is on Turntable property. And 19 District 3 is left behind by raising it on Bill's double tracking it all modernizing it.
Careful, we're going to run an NS main
Still have
line.
everybody continental tax by Southern Railway.
Go back to
New route can be seen off to the north on the left-hand side of our train today, where it is still used on modern-day Norfolk
And
Southern
that's
operations.
the rail. You did.
As we depart from Grand Junction here, we are actually running in an eastbound direction. However, our destination today is in a westbound direction. So we're actually going the wrong way.
It's that
To
button.
turn our train around,
No, it's over
we're going to do that.
there.
The track
But I don't have
is a Y track. So that's Y-E. You can think of it like a giant three-point turn with your car. We were sitting on the base leg of the Y. We're pulling forward through a switch. Once that switch is thrown behind us, the locomotive will then push us in reverse around the east leg of the Y, through another switch, and then we will pull forward down the west leg of the Y and head off in a westbound direction. Our destination today is East Chattanooga. Go west to East Chattanooga. Think about that.
There's one of the old signal towers.
Gas. A lot of real estate to use a Y track.
Gas
Compared to
station.
the small amount of station we use with our turntable at East Chattanooga.
I'm gonna put it in
I
full
wonder
throttle.
if you look at the one that you can see that heavy.
What the heck? Look at all those gas.
I'm going full throttle.
Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this jig around.
Oh, maybe turn this train
A lot
around.
of gas pumps.
Yeah, those are all the pumps that, this jump was that picks up to $5 a gallon to replace them. It was one of the crews.
Don't make me turn on this GPU.
Dude. We're just getting past the signal. We're already going 12 miles per hour.
Well, they sure got their money out of them. I don't
Kind of go back around the line here. I'll tell you a little bit about the rail cars on our train today that y'all ride on. The car was designed by 43. It was assigned to a train known as the Nancy Hanks 2, operating daily between Savannah and Atlanta, Georgia. That train was named after the famous racehorse, Nancy Hanks, which in turn was named after a lady by the name of Nancy Hanks Lincoln, the mother of our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Our 907 is a standard 68-seat coach. It has its current number in 1963 when the Southern Railway bought out the Central Georgia. The middle car on our train today is open air car number 1000.
The Seminole, the Dixie Limited, the Flamingo, and the Mano War.
No, this is the real dirty one. You just bash right into the gravel.
Number 906 is also unique from the other cars in our train today in the fact that it is a segregated car, or Jim Crow car.
You're good. And stop. Don't worry, Kevin, we'll have those scratches.
Number 906 still retains
Let's say it raises and
hall
stops.
that divides the car into two halves.
Good.
It is
You're
one of the
good.
two known examples
Good.
of Jim Crow cars
Good.
in the United States maintained in operating condition
Good.
with that dividing wall. wall intact. Other cars of this style,
And stop.
Railway Museum in
No,
Duluth,
he's
Georgia.
still on the Y.
Other cars of this style that have that wall
Guys, you
intact
realize I'm
are
staring
merely
at the
display
switch type.
pieces.
Oh,
Cars
good.
that are operating have had their walls removed
He is
when
clear.
the railroads desegregated.
Why don't they just call it the Y? Just call it the
Car
Y.
907
And stop. Don't worry, Cal will wipe out those scratches.
While this is a very
Told you.
unfortunate time period in our nation's history, and doomed to repeat it. And if you don't remember anything else I teach you today on this trip, I would like you to at least remember that.
Ding 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 ding.
As we go down the west leg of the Y here, we are now westbound for East Chattanooga.
Ding 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 ding.
On the left side of our train, as we head down the hill here, you will see our display yard. Some equipment that you will see in that display yard includes steam locomotive number 5288, built in 1918 by the Montreal Locomotive Works for the Canadian National Railway Company. It's a passenger locomotive and saw service in many parts of Canada into the mid to late 1950s. You'll see the Pullman Standard Built dining car, Greenville, built for the Atlantic Coastline Railway in the early 1950s.
Bro,
Everyone who has me has my snap maps, that they're wondering why I've just been going back and forth for hours.
You'll see two Norfolk and Western coaches coming up, the Randolph-Macon College and the Emory and Henry College.
I posted the video of us singing and dancing yesterday, too. The grand
For the Norfolk and Western Railway, they use them as sleeping cars on trains known as the Cavalier and the Pocahontas.
My friend thought that
They
was
were
cool.
converted into high-capacity commuter cars in the mid-1960s by the Pennsylvania Railroad. You will also see the Pullman-built sleeping car, Clover Colony, built in 1920 for the Southern Pacific
Hey, that's where
Railroad.
we sleep.
Used on a train known as
Yo, it's our studio apartment!
So it's all about.
You'll see the ACL built car 661, another Nancy Max car just like the 907, built in 1947, and the Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia Railway number 80, built in 1968 by General Motors. On the left-hand side of our train, you will see down below us what appears to be a gravel driveway. That gravel driveway is the path of the original 1859 roadbed of the East Tennessee and Georgia Railroad. And as we go along that road,
Hell yeah!
This is how we die.
yeah.
You know what? No, I have a hand. I've got 2 points. I got 3 points of contact. You're gonna die. 3 points of contact, mister. You're gonna die.
I got 3 points.
Now, if you did this on a steam locomotive, you'd immediately gas everyone in there. They'd all die.
Yeah, I remember last year someone said,
Now, I am gonna put my sunglasses on here so I would have a video.
Yeah!
Bro, Councilor JP here.
Yeah!
Let's go! This is how you run, ladies and gentlemen. It's full of diesel fuel. Uh-oh. Guys, there's too many people out here. There's oh, God. Do not sway with the engine. Do not sway with the engine.
I agree.
Sway the opposite way of the engine. Don't get it.
Woo!
Hey, maintain 3 points of con. You sway a lot less when you do it.
Wait for the horn.
I'm swaying a lot. Oh, God, we're gonna go dead.
You will.
Here we go. You have earplugs? No, but I got my fingers.
Here comes the tunnel.
Guys, it's not even that loud.
No, it's not that bad.
Are you sure it's gonna be that?
Up, so. zone. Gonna take a highway through the danger zone.
No, we're doing that in the hallway. No, we're doing that in the car tonight.
Yes.
We're doing a montage of all our videos, and it's just gonna be overall.
It just shows you I'll buy TVRM. I'll do Locomotive ever run.
No. No, we gotta get 610 working again. Double head 610 and 630.
How about your
Yeah, I don't think that's a safe.
What? Oh, okay. No, that's it. Why?
See?
Oh, it's 45.
I need picture of both. My phone's dead.
Okay, no, when I get off, I'm gonna get right in front of 4501 and take pictures. Look at that green thing.
Me and the boys.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Stink Bug, I'm gonna eat you. Right.
You're blocking my shot.
No, but if I get permission from the game director, I'm gonna get a picture of 4501.
I wanna get permission to take a picture of 4501.
I can't see.
Look how much coal we can eat close.
There she is, boys.
That would be a cool shot, but you gotta be safe about it.
Yeah, that's why I said ask for permission and all that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, first you need a reference. 611 with the ball train. Also,
Or no.
Oh my god, wait, you guys have one of the, you guys have CC914?
yes.
I didn't know. I didn't.
It was in the display art during Railfest, but
Oh, I didn't come.
You need to go back in.
not at the moment. Not yet.
Okay, you're gonna feel a big old brake hole.
Six ten.
She's got her nose on.
Wait, that's 610? Man, there's the F unit over there. Here.
You're good. You're good.
I guess you're right about here.
Good. And stop.
Tons of locomotive to this turntable. We're going to have about 200 tons sitting out right here in front of you. So it might surprise you to learn that this was a hand-powered turntable. It only took 4 people to turn this turntable completely by hand. The trick is in the very center of the table is a 6-foot diameter bearing that the engineer has to balance over. He's going to do that by watching the far end of the turntable down there. When that end down there drops even with those other rails that head off into the hillside, that tells our engineer that he is in fact balanced, at which point 4 people could turn this turntable around by hand. But to save me from asking for volunteers today, because of liability insurance, our trainman Bo over here is going to be doing all the work with the aid of a 25 horsepower motor that we installed under this house in 1982 when we brought this turntable up here from Cedartown. Locomotive number 710 was built in 1950 by General Motors in LaGrange, Illinois, for the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railway. 710 operated with the NC and St. L and later for the Louisville and Nashville Railroad until 1975 when it was involved in a head-on collision in Birmingham, Alabama. The engine was sold for scrap, but plucked out of the scrapyard by Amtrak, who used it in maintenance of way service on their system. Amtrak operated the engine until the early 2000s when they sold it for scrap yet again. This time it was plucked out of the scrapyard by the Tennessee Valley Railroad. We brought it here to Chattanooga and restored it to operation and been using it since about 2003. 710 was built as a GP7 model locomotive, GP meaning general purpose. This locomotive was right at home full of freight trains, passenger trains, or switching cars in a yard or terminal. And the GP7 series locomotives all were equipped with a 1,500 horsepower diesel motor. That diesel motor does two things. It turns a big air compressor to make air for the brakes because stopping is important. And it also turns a big generator to make electricity to send to electric motors on each axle of this locomotive. And that's what ultimately powers this locomotive up and down the railroad is those electric motors. It's known as a diesel-electric locomotive. When 710 was rebuilt in the late 1970s following that head-on collision, it was also upgraded to GP9 specifications instead of GP7, which basically means it was upgraded from 1,500 horsepower to 1,750 horsepower. Now you will notice our passenger cars are still sitting on the depot platform on what we call track 1. We're going to line the turntable up today with track number 2. We're going to do that so our trainman and engineer can take the 710 down track 2 through a switch. They'll go through that switch, reverse, and reattach it to the other end of the train so the locomotive can pull the train back to Grand Junction. While they're doing that maneuver, I will lead you across the tracks and over to our restoration shop, and we'll continue our tour inside that building over there. And that does conclude our turntable demonstration. If you'd like to continue your tour with me, you can follow me down here at this point.
I got a question. Okay, I got a question. This was a Southern locomotive. That be there? Right.
Just connect everything together. I mean, every diesel locomotive that works. And
Oh, there's another Southern locomotive. You probably didn't know it existed.
I know. Numbers.
Oh, I was talking to him. What? Did you know that existed? What did? That?
Also, campers.
Southern Crescent Limited.
Yeah, I've seen two of them now.
By the way, fun fact: this car right here is actually owned by my boss of the dinner train.
Mr. Sewell was one of our founding members in August of 1961. He served as president of our organization from the mid-1970s until its passing in 2006. This shop is designed to handle any kind of repair or restoration work on any kind of rail equipment, be it a steam locomotive, diesel locomotive, freight car, passenger car, you name it, and we can fix it inside this shop here. Between y'all and me is this pit here, like you find in any typical garage, where we can work up underneath this equipment without having to lift it up off the rails. Any heavy lifting we have to do is done either with that big 10-ton crane there that can run the length and width of this building, or with a set of 35-ton screw jacks. And you can see those jacks being used to hold up that passenger car back there in the back there. Each one of those jacks has a lifting capacity of 35 tons. So we can put one at each corner of a piece of equipment and lift up to 140 tons up in the air. Along this back wall here, we have the small shops and offices that keep this railroad running. In the back corner back there, we have our foreman's office, which they tell me is the brains of the outfit. And we have our air brake shop.
You know, be able to have our own train. Makes sense. Have our own car. Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, would we? Probably not. This will just be in the locomotive, just chilling.
I believe I've been in that car.
I'll just be chilling in the locomotive.
Yeah.
Just dancing on the running board.
We like the party.
K and 10.
Stop being based.
Well,
Challenge failed in school.
Okay, no, I wonder if it would be possible to retrofit a steam locomotive with diesel locomotive controls.
Right. There's two steam engines back
It'd be
there.
pretty easy considering if you use like older ones that have like valves on it.
Ford. Dr. Bagley Mike.
Valves on it.
It can be. It can be here.
Who's ready to ride the train?
That's still more loud.
Guys, give me a comment. Who's ready to ride the train?
What'd you say?
I'm vlogging you guys. Who's ready to ride the train?
Your mom. I don't gotta figure out how to get it.
Changes Pilaticus.
Yeah.
we can inspect it. We can get in there and
No. No.
Kind of, actually.
I am very small and I can think in small spaces.
You know, this locomotive behind 16.
Shut up.
Shut up.
It's in such
I'm
bad.
sorry, I have contact. You're gonna die. You. I love how you're like. I love how right when he said that he actually almost slipped us on his skin. It's like, you don't touch this, you're gonna die. Okay?
Guys, it's a railfan right here.
I'd wait.
Guys, it's a railfan. Oh my god.
Oh, it's a hornet.
It's a railfan.
It's your average rail fan.
Boomer.
Hornet cannot be a rail fan.
We're calling rail fan. Never mind. I'm not gonna attempt to explain that
This
joke.
would be the perfect
Oh.
Look at them boys. Handsome.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna get a photo.
Oh! What the? Oh! You were that close?
What in
the name of Jesus?
Wait a minute, we left
Beautiful.
them behind.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, you both? Just like your brother.
Be careful.
Thank you very much. Yes, finally, someone else. Das muss gehen, das geht.
Yeah, who can park this?
Think this, chocolate.
Whoa! Holy
Chocolate, give us something to do in my ass.
Is that a heap of railroad spikes?
I think I just saw a pile of railroad spikes. These are turning black.
I'm right.
I didn't take it back.
All of our fingers are turning black. Who in the heck?
Or to embrace both.
Now for me, there is no love to hate it.
Well, you people might use 3.
No, I love the hate
Hold up the
scene.
camera.
Think about it. It is so much.
Yeah, guys, listen.
So, while you people use 3 metal sticks to hold up this camera, Jordan used me as a tripod last year for railfan.
I did.
Oh, we got one camera. I've got my phone camera.
I got an old
You got a camera.
I got an old I just need to go to this little thing. I got a piece of crap for my camera.
What did you got?
At least.
I forgot why.
The only thing about a scanner.
I don't have one.
You know what? This is how we're going to
I've got straight money, not straight because of my
How much was that?
overpriced.
Who's buying it right now?
Okay, that's the sound we heard. Oh shit, my flash is still on.
Okay, he said once we're out of the tunnel.
1858, was that how long the... Was 1858 when that tunnel was built?
So far, we've only had one participant, so I want to see if y'all can do a little better than last week's camper. We're always better than last week. Now, we're going to have a little photography game. How many of you are interested in photography? A couple of you.
Yeah.
So what I want y'all to do is, over the course of this week, whether it be pictures from here for when Mr. Brian and Mr. Charles and them take y'all rail fanning and everything. We want y'all to share, make some pictures, and the ones that want to participate in this, you'll have y'all email me towards the end of this week. Email me your 2 best pictures that you make this week. Mr. Charles will give you my email address. And what we'll do, put a little watermark on the pictures if you want to. Make sure you include your name on the email that you send it to me so we can make sure we give proper credit for the pictures. And what we'll do, the museum will share your pictures on the museum's social media pages. We'll share them on our satellite pages, the museum's main corporate page, and our museum's Instagram page. But we only had 1 participant last week. We want to see if y'all can do a little bit better than that last week.
I know who that was.
So just make sure you can.
Michael, I know who the participant was. It was Lucas. Michael.
Which one?
Yeah.
2 of
I
them.
know who the participant was. It was Lucas because I saw
Well,
his
it's the
pictures
one
on
that's
Facebook.
facing out towards the steamer.
1917.
I was on a train car that was built 1911. It was the observation car for the L&M president.
We have a car built 1911 over at Grand Junction. It's a green car, 1037.
1904 was the place.
It was built 1911.
1904 was the base.
Well, I already got a shot of,
Again, if y'all are interested in participating in that little photography
I already
game,
got a shot of 4501 and 630 next to each other.
yeah, and you're welcome to make the picture of anything. It just has to be railroad related. They can have people in it as long as the person in the picture is not doing something that is blatantly unsafe.
Okay.
That is the safety supervisor.
Exactly. So again, we'd love to have y'all participate. And we'll do this to help boost your confidence and your skills as a photographer.
I just got this little disposable camera, so.
Razor blades.
So like I said,
Yeah.
Mr. Charles will give you my email address, and just try to have your pictures to me really no later than Saturday night, if at all possible.
Okay. I'll edit every photo right after.
Oh, that car. That's the jail car?
Yes, the bars on the windows. Yes, there's the joke.
Oh, you can really
Your mom's a jail car.
Oh!
That's another car.
Your mom has
Roasted!
Vanderbilt.
Burn!
Vanderbilt. Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah!
She's a Met. She's a guy.
It's a better 630 center snow than the new one.
Your mom's a combine.
Yeah, your dad, he's a baggage, but your mom, she's a combine.
Well, want to visit your mother.
She's
Over.
a 10, but she likes combine.
Oh, there's the local. Wait.
I mean, not like they said it's a hand strip that has a motor. How hard could it possibly be? I'd strip everything inside that machine right there. I will turn 45 with my bare hands with that.
Mom, with my bare hands, I have to.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are on approach now to our destination of Grand Junction. On behalf of all of our staff and volunteers here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad, we thank you for riding with us today on the Missionary Ridge Local. We hope you'll come back and see us again on one of our other trips or on the local train here. We have plenty of other trips to choose from, such as our seasonal trips, the North Pole Limited, Day Out with Thomas, and Halloween Erie Express. The Hiwassee River Scenic Railroad out of Delano, Tennessee. We have 2 trips up there, about roughly 52, 53 mile round trip to the Hiwassee Loop, and a roughly 86 mile round trip to the historic mining town of Copper Hill, Tennessee that runs on Saturday.
There's the freight train.
Oh, shoot!
If you enjoyed your trip today, we would appreciate it also if you would leave us a good review on Google or TripAdvisor. And if you did enjoy your trip, again, my name is Travis, and I was your conductor and historian for this journey back in time today. On the other hand, if you did not enjoy your trip today, well, in that case, my name is Brock, and I work for the Southern Railway Dining Car Company.
That's a good one.
He definitely knows who to do this. Uh-oh.
What?
Police.
Police.
Multiple police cars.
Signing up with
No.
Oh, Southern Hooker cards. 3, 4 of them.
Oh, you can see the southern paint.
6. Come on, Western.
Let's go look at all my previous photos, guys.
We do it every day.
Hey, that car's full of lumber.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
Here's all my previous photos. Duh. Duh, duh, duh. Duh, duh, duh. Duh, duh, duh. Duh.
Back of my head. He's got the back of my head in his photo. That's a keeper right there.
Wait, are we not? Are we in the station?
train! There's not a train coming! Sound the alarm! Peace.